Stock images found on crime scene. He killed. When the suspect caught his crime,
Well, 40 caliber Winchester round. Match your gun.
he tried to be innocent, but
This on video.
Okay.
Experts, not me, because I'm not an
I
expert.
got you.
Okay, and now we have your round.
2 girls, 1 trail, and a man who says he was just looking for fish. What you're about to watch is one of the most chilling interrogation sequences in modern true crime history. The Richard Allen interviews in the Delphi murders case. Detectives have a bridge, a blurry image, 5 witnesses, and 1 unspent bullet. And right now, their prime suspect is sitting across the table, calmly explaining why he was there. But here's the thing, the more he explains, the tighter the net gets. Stay with us, because the moment this interview flips from casual to cornered is something you will not want to miss.
6, 7, between 6 and 10 probably. I've actually been across the high bridge back when it was in a little bit better shape, but somewhere in there, 8, 9, 10, somewhere it started getting pretty rugged and stopped going across it. But for the most part, I didn't go past that one whatever the thing is that sticks out. I'd go out there and kind of look. Like I said, fisherman, I'd look and see if I see any fish or anything, and then I went back the other way.
I think those were back in the day, if a train was coming and you were out there, then you could
hell off.
possibly at least get out of the train.
The final phase of pressure in any long interrogation rarely introduces new evidence. Instead, it revisits everything already presented and reframes the cost of continued silence. The argument shifts from what investigators know to what staying quiet will produce, for reputation, for family, and for how the story gets told without the subject's version in it.
Train's way.
Exactly.
I don't think I would still want to be on it when a train came.
Exactly, yes. Yeah. So yeah, that day, I don't remember what year it was, but it was well before 16, 17. I don't know, just decay.
Sure, absolutely, yeah. So if you were parked there, and correct me if I say anything.
The bridge?
Over here, in that building, I'm sorry. So if you're parked there, how did you get on the trail? Where did you walk?
At one point, you either walked down the road, but then at one point they had a trail there. Not a trail, I wouldn't even call it a trail. They had a gravel path that led to the new thing that they were doing. I call it the trailhead. When they started doing all that, there was a trail that would, I think it ran along the road, if I remember right, and then it just cut over to where the trailhead was at. You couldn't really park. I just remember where that path was at. You'd think you could park there, but it was no parking, so you had to walk. You either parked over here and it was actually closer if you went over here and you could just walk to the bridge that way. And then if you went this way, it was a little bit further because you walked along the road to
So you would normally walk along the road, or was there a path that went?
At one point, I think you walked along the road. Honestly, I don't even remember. Where's the trails here? That's why I said at some point, it was probably after they put that little pathway in that we even parked there. I don't think we ever even used that until they put that path there, and it was just because it was the only way to get to trailhead from that side. And like I said, at one point, they didn't want you parking down here at this farmer thing, so they had put in a gravel path in, and you would park there. So you either parked over there or you parked there and walked down the gravel path. And the path cut over to where the trailhead thing is. So I guess what I'm saying is I don't know that we ever parked at that little building, whatever it was, until they laid that gravel path to it. And I think we thought that was a new, I guess, designated parking area, and that's when we'd park there once in a while. We'd still park over here once in a while. It just depended on which. And like I said, there was times when we'd park there on and off whenever they didn't have it posted. They didn't want you parking there. And we probably did a time or two when they did have it posted, but we didn't make a habit of it.
So that car that was in your garage, would that have been what you drove out there?
That line sounds harmless by itself, and that is exactly why it matters. He is not only saying he visited the trail, he is putting himself on the bridge area, giving a reason for looking over the side and making the location feel routine instead of suspicious.
I don't know which, it was either the gray or the black one that day.
Either one.
Could have been, it could have been the black one, could have been the gray one.
Makes sense. Okay.
It was an 06 4500.
So then, you get on the trails and you said you saw 3 girls. Where was it you saw the 3 girls?
They were up around the trail. I mean, I didn't like interact with them. It was up around the trailhead somewhere.
So you called the trail.
Like when I say they were leaving, yeah.
Okay.
I'm assuming they were leaving, or they came from down where those cars parked and they were gonna go back that way, I don't know.
Okay. And then, did you see anybody else when you were out there? Anybody that stand there?
Nobody that stood out, I guess. I mean, if I did see somebody, it didn't click with me. And of course, my memory was a lot better when I talked to him that day. I don't remember seeing, like I told him, there may have been somebody on the bridge or something when I was coming back through, but I didn't. The only ones that I really noticed seeing were the 3 girls.
Okay.
Because I was walking towards them, and I mean, they obviously stood out. And like I said, I remember it looked like an older girl with 2 younger girls.
Okay.
Just walking the trail.
Okay.
And I guess I assumed that she was probably...
This is why the longer version matters. He does not just give detectives one sentence. He builds a whole ordinary map around the visit, where people parked, how the trailhead worked, and why being there would not feel unusual.
Here's the problem with that.
Because I've never met
I
him.
know, but listen, here's the problem with that. You know why you can put a lot of people and say they're wearing blue jeans and a blue coat, but you know what the difference is? No, you said you were there.
Well, sure I did.
We have people that saw you.
Okay.
Ricky said you were out on the bridge yourself.
There aren't that many people that saw me. I mean, I'm sure I didn't miss that many people. If they walked behind me, I guess.
You said that you were out on the bridge, this bridge, yourself that day around the time when this happened.
No, I didn't.
You said you walked out onto the bridge. When we talked to you earlier, you said that you walked out to about the first platform or within that area down the bridge. That's what you told us. So we know that you were on the bridge.
Of course I was.
Okay?
And I told you that.
And with that, you know, we can say that, is this person you? That's the question. Is that person you? That's the question we have to answer.
Sure.
Okay? So if that person is you, we know this person followed the girls all the way to the other side of the bridge and then told them to go down the...
Yeah. So
let's just... And told them to go down the hill.
Okay, so let me stop here. I don't appreciate you trying to talk me into this.
No.
This is what I said. You're trying to change my words around. I told you I was on the bridge. Now you just told me this is the trailhead side of the bridge.
Over here on this
And
side.
you're saying I told you I walked on the bridge.
You said you walked on that bridge that day.
And that first trestle is somewhere,
Back there? Okay.
it's somewhere over there.
Help me understand. Okay? You came out this far. We know...
I did.
You
I didn't go out that far that day.
You came out that far, is what you told us.
I'm not going to tell you I can't tell by that how far out I was.
Okay.
I'm just telling you, you're saying that's me, and you're saying this is the far side of the bridge. I don't even go out that far anymore. I hadn't for years.
Mm-hmm. Okay, for years, but back then, that was in 2017, okay? And the question is this you?
No.
Okay. So, you're telling me that this person was out there on the bridge and wore the same clothing that you had on that day, but you didn't see them.
You can't tell that's a black Carhartt coat, a blue Carhartt coat, a pullover. I told you I could have been wearing this.
The two kinds of clothing you said you wore that day was either a black Carhartt coat or a blue Carhartt coat. Okay, you said you had blue jeans, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I've had other jackets.
Okay, so put yourself in my chair.
I guess what I'm saying is I'm not going to tell you I wasn't wearing a black Carhartt that day. I told you I could have been. I don't know if that's a black Carhartt. And if it is, it's not mine, it's his.
And you said you had a hat. You normally wear a skull cap, which covers...
I said I carry one. So if I was wearing one, it would be like a skull cap or a smaller type of hat or something.
Okay. So this is the situation we're at, okay? Basically this. Either you were out there to do this to the girls, or you were out there to be able to introduce the girls to somebody else.
Okay. Good luck finding anything that points in that direction. I mean, it's not me. You're not going to make me believe it's me. you're not going to find anything that ties me to those murders. So I'm not really that concerned. You know, you went from trying to, I don't know what you want to say, get my trust and then slowly lure me into telling you I killed somebody and I'm not going to do it. You know, I don't know where this changed course.
I'm not trying to give you a hard time, really not. I just want you to put yourself in the situation where we as police officers are looking at all the evidence that we have and what you've told us right now, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, not trying to give you a hard time, just want to make sure that we get everything taken care of here. That's why we wanted to look at the things that we wanted to look at.
And that's not going to happen now. I mean, like I said, we're done here. So arrest me or take me home.
I understand. So
Arrest me or take me home. I'm done.
these,
This is stupid.
okay. So that day, that's your phone. So on that day, you went out there on the bridge, and that you were wearing the same clothing that basically the same clothing that this person here is wearing.
That's what you think. I don't know how you can tell that that's a black Carhartt coat, which is what I told you, a black or blue Carhartt coat. Never mind. This is ridiculous. You're trying to tell me that I gave you a description of this guy and I didn't. I mean, we all looked at this thing for months and years, and to me that doesn't even look like a Carhartt coat.
Well, you can't say it's not, can you? I mean, neither one of us can.
Okay, you're right.
Can't say it's
You're
not.
right.
I mean, we can't say that it's not a Carhartt coat. We can't say that that hat isn't similar to the one that you had at one point. So,
Okay.
with all those things in view,
You've lost my trust. I'm not going to talk to you anymore. This is stupid. Now you pissed me off.
well, I'm sorry about that.
Okay.
And I have,
So let's get, are you arresting me?
well, I really want to try to get
Are
this
you
thing worked out.
arresting me?
Okay, I want to try to get this thing worked out.
Am I free to leave or not?
You've always been free to
Now the version gets narrower. He remembers 3 girls because they stood out, but almost everyone else becomes uncertain. That gives detectives 2 things at once: a confirmed presence near the trail and a memory that gets selective around the most important people. That is the first real turn. The detective has not shown a lab result yet. He is using the suspect's own bridge statement, the clothing description, and the image from the girl's phone. The response changes from explanation to anger.
Took the clothing that you had mentioned that you possibly could have been wearing the day you're on the bridge.
Okay.
And then we also took some knives.
Okay.
We took your car. And then we also took a weapon, a SIG 40, right?
Okay.
Right there. I used to be a Beretta guy. I was in the Marine Corps.
Yeah.
Shot the Berettas. And then when I first got on the state police, we had Berettas as well. And then we went to
Yeah.
Glocks for a little bit.
Sure.
And then we went to SIGs.
I was trying to think of what we even had. I think the Berettas were probably coming out before I got out.
You know,
Because they used to have the old 45s.
Beretta?
No, they were,
Springfield?
I have no idea, honestly. They were the one government issued 45s, yeah.
Yeah, we had I think there were 40 Berettas. And I think when I came on in 2001 in the state police, we had Berettas, but we went to Glocks, not a huge fan of Glocks, but SIGs.
Mm-hmm.
If I could build an indoor range and afford the ammo, I'd shoot that thing every day.
Yeah.
You shoot yours?
I've not had a lot of experience, no.
No?
I mean, target practice here and there. It's probably been, I don't even remember. I haven't shot them in a long time, I know that.
Do they have like an indoor range in Delphi?
No, not that I know.
Like I said, these are the items that we took. These are the items that we're testing. Some tests take longer than others, as you know. So the lab wants me to ask a few questions just about to help us with the testing, and you'll understand when I ask you.
Okay.
So, for example, they took a lot of swabs. They're taking swabs off of everything.
Okay.
So what they want to know is, have you ever loaned anything out that we've taken? And again, I just told you what we took. I realized that, but mostly some of the major items that, have you ever loaned them out for a significant time? Because if, for example, my buddy's fuel pump went out in his truck. He said, hey, can I borrow your old truck? And I said, yeah. He said it's going to be 2 weeks, ended up being 5 or 6 months. that would be a significant time frame. That my buddy's DNA would be in that truck.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you've loaned out for besides your family members? We don't care about your wife's
Not
DNA.
that I can think of.
You never loaned a truck out, or your sorry, it's a Ford Focus. Is that what it is?
I mean, if I do, I certainly don't remember. Most of my family has vehicles, so extra vehicles.
Yeah.
So.
2 weeks later, the tone changes. The detective does not start with the biggest accusation. He starts with inventory, borrowed property, and who could have handled the items from the house. That matters because before he reveals the lab result, he is quietly closing off innocent explanations.
13th, when you were out there on the bridge.
No.
You don't remember if you did or you didn't?
I didn't. I just went out for a short walk that day.
Okay. Well, we'll get to the meat and potatoes of this, Rick. I appreciate you being cooperative with me. I want to talk about the results of your handgun, okay?
Okay.
So, handguns, as you know probably, you may know more about them than I do, I don't know a lot, but they're very specific as far as the characteristics of the gun. So the firing pin is different from your firing pin, the extraction device is different from my extraction device, and they're basically what the lab has told me is that they're like fingerprints. They're specific to that gun and that gun only. Okay. So we took your gun, your 40 cal SIG, and we sent it down there to the lab to have it matched with an item that we located on February the 14th when we found the girls.
Okay.
And that item was a 40 caliber Winchester round. We found that at the scene.
Okay.
The extraction marks on that round match your gun.
Perfect.
It's on the video.
Okay.
Experts, not me, because I'm not an
I
expert.
gotcha.
Okay. And now we have your round at the scene.
Okay.
Not on the bridge. You said you were on the bridge.
I don't even know how my bullet would have gotten out there if that's my bullet.
It's without a doubt that this is very
Okay.
scientific. So let me show you a picture of this round, where it was found. That's the round right there. It hadn't been out there very long. That is Liberty's foot. It's within 6 inches of one of the dead girls' bodies.
There's no way.
There is.
I'm telling you, there's not.
How did that round get there, Rick?
I don't know how the round got there. What I'm telling you is, if that is truly what you're saying it is, it's not my round.
The scientific experts are saying, I got a report saying that round came from your gun.
Okay, but understand this.
You were on the bridge.
I told you I was on the bridge.
Listen, right now, like I said, I got a prosecutor and investigators ready to lock you up. And if you don't give us a narrative, if you don't tell us your side of the story, there's 2 sides to every story. Hang on.
Okay.
I'm trying to help you.
I get that.
The media is going to portray you as this monster, and you don't want your wife.
And it's already going to get there anyway, so.
Yeah. So this is your chance to tell us exactly what happened.
Unlike some people, most people, I care what people think about me, and
you do.
you've already set that ball rolling.
Yeah, but there's only one way to get out in front of it, and that's to tell the truth. What happened that day?
I can't tell you what happened that day.
You can tell us.
How?
There's no doubt in my mind that the evidence clearly indicates that you're involved in this. Are you the mastermind behind this? I don't know.
Mastermind, okay.
Did somebody else set this up? I don't know, Rick. I want to know. And only you know. The truth will set you free. That's it.
Yeah.
The truth will protect you from the
Well,
media.
that's what I would have thought.
Well, tell the truth. Tell me how this round got next to one of our girls, in between both girls.
I don't know.
You do know. And if you don't tell me, you're going down for this.
Well, okay.
I'm serious. This isn't a joking matter.
I'm not joking.
You're this
Do you
close.
realize what you've done to me? This is like, you've talked to the people I work with, you've talked to my neighbors,
Again, this is the setup. The detective first makes the gun sound specific, almost like a fingerprint. Then he names the item from the scene. By the time he says the extraction marks match, the question is no longer whether the suspect owns the gun. It is how a round tied to that gun gets there.
I did something,
I don't think,
and I didn't. Okay.
Rick, I don't think that. The evidence clearly indicates you're involved.
Right.
So if you were in my seat and I had you saying you're out there, witnesses saying you're out there at the same time the girls, and now after a search warrant of your house, we find a gun, your gun. Have you owned that gun, right?
I do.
When did you buy it?
Oh my gosh. I don't even remember. I mean, it was
2001. I'll
Okay.
check for you. I know a lot of the answers to the questions I'm going to ask you, but I'm just trying to give you the opportunity to be honest. That's
Okay.
why I asked the question. So you bought it in 2001 in Peru.
Okay.
And I asked you, have you ever loaned anything out? I gave you scenarios. No. So that's your gun. Either you had that gun or somebody had that gun. There's no way that round gets on that property where these two girls were killed without that gun being there. And you're there, your car's there, witnesses say
There is no way a round from my gun was anywhere near the girls, the bridge. It just didn't happen.
And listen, we're trying to help you. We're trying to help you prove
No,
it.
you're trying to accuse me of murdering two little. Calm me down, you ask me a few questions, you ask me what I'm wearing, and I tell you what I think I was probably wearing that day, and then you try to say that I'm saying that's me in that picture, and it's not.
You don't have to say that.
I'm done.
Well, I have a warrant for your
I know you
DNA.
do.
For your DNA first. What do you think I have a warrant for? You know I have a warrant. What?
I figure you're going to arrest me. You obviously think I've done it. The damage is done. Go ahead and do what you're going to do.
Well,
This doesn't just go away.
I know.
Exactly.
The only person I think can explain it all.
I don't know what it is you want me to explain.
What were you doing on the bridge? How did your round get there? And why did you kill these two girls? Or why were you involved in this? What was your involvement?
I had no
I don't think, listen, Rick, I don't think you're the one that killed them. I don't think you're the one that stuck the knife in them. Are you?
I
Are
didn't
you that guy?
Really?
Are you? I'm
No.
asking you.
Anybody that knows me knows I could never, even if I wanted to, do something like that. That's
Then
not
what
who I
happened?
am.
Then what happened?
I can't tell you. How do you expect me to tell you? You want me to make up a story and
No, the truth. The truth is simple. You don't have to make that up. You just go back and tell me the truth.
I've
You can't
told
tell me
you.
that this event has not been weighing on you for years and years and years. You were out there.
I've told you that. I don't know what you want me to do at this point. I did not murder two little.
I've been so nice
Oh,
to
let's
you.
see.
I've been so nice to
Oh,
you.
yeah, you're being nice. You're trying to get me to confess to something I had nothing
I'm
to do
trying to
with.
get you to tell the truth. I'm not trying to trick you. I've thrown out what we have.
It-
Most of it.
You assume it's the truth, and it's not.
It has to be the truth. The scientists don't lie. The science doesn't lie.
That's awesome.
It's saying that round came from your gun.
I don't understand all that. All I'm telling you is there's no way that a round from my gun, the one that you took from my house, ended up next to a murder scene or anywhere else.
You know,
I don't know where you got that bullet. If it came out of my gun,
Right there. That's the
then
round.
it didn't come out of my gun.
That round was
Then it
collected.
didn't come out. It didn't come out of my gun.
Rick, that round was collected on the 14th of February in 2017.
Okay.
It's been in evidence ever since.
Okay.
All right, and we've compared other weapons to that.
I understand what you're saying, but I can't explain it. I'm just telling you that if that was next to a murder site or anywhere near it, it didn't come out of my gun. And I don't know where you would have got one that did come out of my gun.
Right there. It was there. It was found.
Okay.
And I don't think you realize the severity of this. You realize the death penalty is on the table for this?
You know what? I don't really care about living at this point. I've dealt with not wanting to live for 7, 8 years now. And with what you guys have done to me, kill me. You'll make my wife rich. So
Is that what she wants? Is that what your daughter wants?
they don't want any of this to even be happening.
Well, it is.
Exactly.
I can't turn this back.
Exactly.
You were there, you're there.
Yep.
The experts say that's you on the video.
Okay.
The experts are saying you said down the hill to the girls. The experts are saying all this. That all the evidence indicates you were out there. The witnesses saw you. The witness saw you. You said you didn't see anybody else on the bridge, but there was a girl that walked up, a lady, that walked up and saw you on the platform, Rick.
Okay.
You didn't see her, and then right after that, these two girls that end up dead, minutes later, walk by her, and she looks back and sees them passing you. You're the last person to have contact with Abby and Libby. Your weapon, your gun out of your weapon is...
I've never contacted Abby and Libby. I've never even met them.
That day. Why? Who
I
said this?
didn't.
That's all I want to know, is the truth. You're not willing to...
I've told you the truth. Do what you need to do.
Okay.
My DNA.
So what you were telling me out there, it's over, huh?
The damage is done. I don't know.
I'm sorry that you think this is funny. You keep laughing. Maybe it's just a nervous laugh. I don't know, but I'm trying to help you. Yes. Why is all this evidence clearly indicating that you're involved?
I can't tell you that. And what you're talking to me about is a bullet that was found by the murder scene next to...
It's more than just that. You have to listen to me for just 2 minutes straight. Just forget about everything else. Okay? The girls have a video of you. Experts are saying without a doubt that is you on the bridge, that is your voice. How they do it, I don't know, I'm not an expert.
Okay.
That's what they're saying. We have 5 witnesses that see you out there on the bridge with the girls.
Don't see that.
Right? Why don't you see that? I'm not lying to you.
Because it didn't happen.
It did happen.
There could have been somebody that seen me that I didn't see. What I'm telling you is they didn't see me anywhere near the girls or anybody else because I wasn't around anybody that day. So I'm done answering. Like, I know you're trying to trick me into saying
No, I'm
that.
not tricking you.
I don't care how stressed out. Something that I had nothing to do with.
I'm not asking you to do that. I'm not trying to trick you.
I didn't kill.
Listen, I have a full hand of cards here. I'm not
Okay.
laying all my cards on the table.
Okay.
I'm telling you bits and pieces, hoping that you will realize that without a doubt, we have you out there at the time of the murder. It clearly indicates that you're involved in this. Clearly.
It does not. There is nothing that you could have that's going to indicate me because I wasn't out there.
And you don't think that you're around like 6 inches away
I
from
know
dead
that
girl's
a round from my gun did not end up at a murder scene.
You're wrong. And
Okay.
the proof is right here.
I don't believe it. I mean,
Well, you're going to.
I'm not.
You said you didn't want to be the fall guy. You're being the fall guy because you won't give us your side of the story. The truth.
I don't care.
You should care.
You're not going to prove I did something I didn't do.
You're exactly right. We're not. We're going to
Okay.
prove what you did. Your involvement in this.
Involvement. What was my
You
involvement?
tell me. You were there.
And I
wasn't
told you
there.
I had nothing to do with it. I told you I never even seen
I
them.
wasn't there. I'm not on video. 4
Neither
witnesses
am I.
didn't see me. 4 or 5 witnesses didn't see me out there, and I can.
Me either.
And my round wasn't out of my gun. Wasn't 6 inches away from a dead girl's foot.
Mine either.
I'm telling you, you're living in this world,
Okay.
and I don't know why. I'm showing you some of the evidence that we have. And I'm giving you the opportunity to give your narrative, because if you don't, they're going to make it up. And you know the media, not even media is mild compared to social media,
Sure.
is going to portray you as this monster. Are you a monster?
They're already going to do that. You've already talked.
When you get arrested for
It
this?
doesn't even matter because I actually
many-
care about what people think.
Yeah, you do.
I said I do. I actually care
I
about
know
what
you
people think. That's why.
So do I. That's
you've
why I'm
already
here.
done the damage. How am I supposed to? Never mind.
No, please. Talk to me.
I just
Clear this up in my head.
I just don't know how I'm supposed to act like this never happened.
You can't. You can't act
I'm not
like this.
saying the murder. I'm saying
That's exactly what you're saying. Your conscience is trying to tell you, this is the day. This is the time. This is time to get out in front of this, Rick. You made a mistake. You got in the middle of this. You got in the middle of this. You cannot explain all the evidence away. And you're saying, oh, that's not me. I'm just telling you what we have, some of what we have.
Okay.
And we're still working on other things.
Okay.
But
I'm not going to tell you I did something I didn't do.
I don't want you to say.
End of story.
And I appreciate that. What did you do? What is your involvement? Who else? You know, I have 100 different questions, but if you're not willing to tell the truth, it's a waste of your time and mine. And you're going down for something that you have maybe some involvement in. Maybe this is all you.
Where's this guy that's saying that I helped him?
You tell me. I'm not saying that. Did I say today that somebody...
You're saying that I was involved. Well, if I didn't do it, but I'm involved, what are you saying? If you got somebody saying I helped them do it...
Okay. I never said that. Did I? I just said you're involved. What is your involvement? Is that a theory that some people may have that...
I don't know.
I just want you to tell me all the truth. I just want you to be just completely honest with me.
If you're going to arrest me, arrest me. I'm not talking anymore. This is ridiculous.
I just thought maybe you would appreciate my effort to help you. I mean, apparently you don't. Because after today, I can't help you.
I understand that.
You do understand that.
I don't need your help.
You need help. You don't think any of this is important?
I think that nothing that you have is going to show me anywhere near the murder of 2 little girls. That's what I'm telling you.
I'm telling you we do have that.
You don't. It's not possible.
It is possible.
Whatever.
Well, I apologize.
I've already been dealing with bullshit, having to worry about what you've said to my neighbors, what you've said to the people I work with. That's more than I want to deal with. I'm not going to sit here and do this.
Okay. All right, sit tight.
Jesus Christ. Story.
I know I wasn't in there. Could you just give me?
No.
You don't want to talk about that.
Okay, what about any of it?
Okay, what I failed to tell you too is the witnesses saw.
The pressure here is not random. The detective keeps offering a way to explain involvement without making him the only person responsible. But every version still requires one thing. He has to explain the bridge, the gun, and the round in the same story.
It's alright, babe. It's gonna be alright. They're trying to tell me that you actually believe that I did it. And I just can't believe that.
Trying to figure out why there's a bullet out there, dude.
I know. Do you think I'm not? And that's what I told them. I can't explain something I don't understand. I tried to explain to them that there's no way that a bullet from my gun was at a murder scene, because it didn't happen. I didn't even have my gun that day I went out. You know me. You know this isn't something I could do. And I know that you know that. You don't have to tell me that, I know. They really think I did this. And they want me to believe that I know you know I didn't do this. I guess that's what I'm saying. I don't know what they're trying to do here, but I'm not going to say something that's not true, and I can't explain something that I don't understand. The only way for me to to explain it is that I don't know. Because I'm saying it's not possible. There's no way that a bullet from my gun ended up at a murder scene. I didn't murder anybody. I didn't help somebody murder anybody. You know, I'm not going to sit here and try to convince you. I know you know me. I know you know that I didn't do this. Had anything to do with it. Talk about scheming or something.
Yeah, I don't. I don't know how did a bullet from your gun get out there?
I don't know.
Because they said it came from our gun.
I know that's what they believe me. That's what they're telling me.
But how did it get there?
I don't know.
They said there was one in your box above your dresser to match it.
They showed me that picture too. I can't explain it. And I don't.
I can't either. They keep asking me and I don't know how to answer that.
You
There's no
answer
way for me to know.
I understand. Me either. And that's what I'm trying to tell them. You want to keep asking me and I just keep telling you I can't explain it. I don't know how to explain something that isn't possible. But I know, this is what I do know. I know that no bullet from my gun was connected with a murder in any way, shape, or form. And there's no way a bullet from my gun would have been near Abby and Libby's murder or anything else, because I never even seen those girls. Period. And I didn't even have my gun that day. So that's what I'm trying to say. I don't know how to make that any clearer. I don't know how to make that any clearer. I don't know how to make somebody understand. I get what he's saying. I don't have a way to explain it.
And they're like, there's a witness that said it was you out there.
Dear, I don't
And
know
I'm
what...
like, how did they know it was you? And so they said they showed her a picture. And I'm like, of course you were out there.
If they seen me out there, they seen me out there, dear. And I told
Were you
them...
on the bridge?
I told them I was on the bridge. I went out to the first trestle.
Oh, okay.
That first
I
thing
don't
that...
remember you telling me that. You told me, so I told you weren't on it, but I didn't.
It doesn't, hon, you're not in any trouble. You didn't do anything. I didn't do anything.
Tell him, right?
Huh?
I didn't know you were on it. I'm sorry.
Well, don't worry about it.
You told
Hon?
me you weren't.
Huh?
You told me you weren't, so I just was.
No, I told you that I walked.
Okay.
I love you, baby. I don't know what they're trying to do, but I know that that's not what I told you. I love you. And it's just, they're not going to get away with this. This is exactly what I would never want for you, and there's nothing I can do about it. I'm not going to say I did something I didn't do. I just know that I never even carried the gun unless we were going mushroom hunting, tromping through the woods, or fishing along the river. That's the only time I even carried it for the most part. I never even would have, hell, I haven't carried my gun and I don't even remember a time when I used to carry it. I mean, other than going fishing, like if we were going night fishing.
But how did the bullet get out there, honey? I can't understand that.
I told you, I can't either, hon. There's two explanations. One is, the bullet didn't come from my gun.
It did though, honey. They got ballistics. That's not it.
I get that. Then it didn't come from a murder scene. I don't know what else to say. I get that. I get what they're saying. What I'm telling you is, if that bullet came from my gun, there's no way it was found with their investigation for the murders. There's no way. I can't explain something I have no answer for. They want you to think that I done it. That's what this is all about. They want you to come in here and make me believe that you think I did it, and I know you don't. You know me too well. You know I'd never do something like this, or even be involved with something like this. So they're probably going to come and take you away from me and go at me again. So just tell them you want an attorney, and they'll have to let you leave. Don't worry about me.
The strongest missing piece in the shorter cut is what happens when his wife enters the room. The detective pressure has been public and tactical. This next part is private. He is no longer only answering a detective. He is trying to convince the person who knows him best.
There is no way that evidence is going to show. You got one piece of evidence that I can't explain.
Multiple hand here.
I don't care. I'm
You
telling
should
you, I've
care.
done.
Wife and your daughter through this because you're of this and admit that you made a mistake. Go ahead.
So tell you I did something
Tell me
that
the
I
truth.
didn't do.
The truth, Rick. I don't want to
I've
know
told you the truth, and you don't want to hear it.
The evidence tells me otherwise. The evidence clearly indicates you're involved in this.
No. It doesn't. I'm telling you that there is no way that a bullet from my gun was used in these murders.
And I'm telling you,
I
November
understand.
14, 2017, it's been and we've tested other guns that people that we.
I understand
I'm
what you're
telling
saying.
her. I want her to hear this.
I
Rick.
understand what you're saying. What I'm telling you is I can't explain something I don't understand.
Oh, the scientists
That's not
explained it
possible.
for you. The lab analysis of analysts have explained that for you. They're saying that this round, without a doubt, came from your gun.
Then
And
you've
you told me.
taken it from somewhere else then. Because it's not possible.
I did not take it from somewhere else. It was logged in. It was taken as. This is realistic. We were the 14th. We didn't take it from. Didn't take your gun from anywhere else. We took.
Can't explain something.
And I'm telling you that. Past this.
Can you?
So let's break down what we just witnessed. Over the course of 2 separate interviews, detectives built their case layer by layer, starting with Alan's own voluntary admission that he was on the bridge, then closing off alibi routes, and finally delivering the ballistic evidence linking his Sig Sauer .40 caliber to an unspent round found at the crime scene. The moment his wife entered the room was the most revealing of all, because under pressure, away from the detective, his denials stayed exactly the same. No new details. No explanation for the bullet. In 2024, a jury convicted Richard Allen on both counts. He was sentenced to 130 years. Whether you believe the science was airtight or you think questions remain, this case is a masterclass in how physical evidence and interrogation tactics intersect. If this breakdown hit different for you, hit that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments below, and subscribe, because we break down real cases like this every week.